ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to talk about a very important a unique and what I think a very important resource for seafarers and their family members globally. It's not just for Filipino seafarers, but for seafarers of all nationalities. But before I do that, I want to talk to you about the company that provides that important resource to seafarers. So it is provided by the International Seafarers Welfare and Assistance Network. ISWAN, it's called. And it's registered in the UK. It's a charity or a non-profit, as we call it, and it's based in the UK. But we have offices in labor-supplying countries such as the Philippines and obviously India. And our aim is to promote the welfare of seafarers and their families worldwide. We also design programs and projects on health and well-being of seafarers. We work with partner organizations such as the ITF, seafarer centers, government organizations or agencies, and like-minded charities that promotes the welfare of seafarers as well. And we operate helplines for seafarers, and this is what I want to talk about. So ISWAN operates various helplines for seafarers, not just one helpline, but many helplines now. And all these helplines are confidential. So seafarers can access this helpline in confidence that their information will not be shared to third parties when they talk to our helpline operators. And the helpline is multilingual. We cover most of the seafarer languages around the world. And it is 24/7, which means it's open 365 days a year, and multi-channel. We use technology to communicate with seafarers. The latest ones that we've added to our channel of communication is WhatsApp, which is becoming very popular these days. We use email, we use telephones, and we use live chat as well. Seafarers and their family members can access this helpline, and all our helpline operators are trained in an empathic and non-judgmental listening approach. So when seafarers talk to them, our helpline operators are friendly. They don't judge what seafarers will tell them or issues that seafarers will tell them. And we provide emotional support and counseling if needed. We use a very secure note-keeping process in which all these notes are safeguarded by the latest GDPR rules in Europe. So these are our helplines. The oldest of these helplines in the middle, it's called Seafarer Help. And this is a general helpline that is available to every seafarer, regardless of location, regardless of nationality. And this is for the merchant fleet. The next one is Yacht Crew Help. This is also a general helpline, but this is tailored for the yachting industry. And again, it can be accessed by all yacht crew members, regardless of location or nationality. And these are some of the bespoke helplines. You can see there Nautilus 24/7. It is a helpline for Nautilus Trade Union members. We have Mine Call, which is a helpline. It is a commissioned helpline by a P&I club. It's a North Standard P&I club. So all seafarers working on board those vessels covered by North Standard can access that helpline to request assistance if they need it. And we have Crew SOS, which is a bespoke helpline for a shipping company based in Europe. They don't want to be named, but because they want to encourage their seafarers to contact their helpline without fear of their shipping company knowing that they contacted them. So they just designed that concept of Crew SOS and they marketed it with their vessels. We also have branded helplines. Again, these are also bespoke helplines by shipping companies and principals, and these are these are some of them. So the concept is, if a seafarer working on board those vessels that are owned or operated by these shipping companies needs emotional support or counseling, they can contact the helpline, which is open 24/7, and there'll be a helpline operator who will talk to them in their own language. And if they needed counseling, there will be counselors who will talk to them. We have counselors in our team, and we also have external counselors that we use if our internal counselors are not available or our internal counselors cannot handle the issue. These are the statistics. This is the statistics for 2003. We have over 11,700 contacts for all the helplines that we operate, and over 5,000 new calls. So there's a difference between a new call. A new call is when a seafarer contacts us, we record it as a new case. But that's not the end of the interaction with the seafarer. It could be that the seafarer is busy, they need more time, or we need more information, and there'll be another interaction. That's why there is more contacts than new cases. And we have been contacted by over 12,000 seafarers, including their family members. The usual nationalities, of course, Filipinos, they're the top nationality that uses the helpline, followed by Indians, and followed by Ukrainians. That's 2003 figures. The most important, or the top queries are information. The seafarers will contact us regarding information about port facilities, for example, information regarding their contract, for example, information regarding health, or information regarding repatriation, for example. So they contact us on these issues. And we have other ones like mental health concerns. Seafarers will contact about mental health issues. And the top mode of communication now is live chat. So I think because there are now many vessels that uses internet on board, and seafarers can communicate with us using live chat. And I think they feel that it is safer for them, it's more confidential in such a way. And WhatsApp is becoming a favorite as well for seafarers, followed by emails. The themes and trends for 2023, I mean, so there's an increase in cases where seafarers have reported that they are fatigued, they're tired. There's also an increase in the number of cases year on year, 14% of seafarers reporting abuse, bullying, harassment, discrimination, and violence. And also a 1% increase year on year on mental health. These include seafarers showing manifestations of depression or anxiety, for example. And this took off during the COVID pandemic, where we have received a lot of calls from seafarers reporting that they are anxious, they are depressed, they want to go home, but they cannot go home. Cases of repatriation, where seafarers want to go home, have fallen. I think this is because during the pandemic, the height of the pandemic, there were so many cases of seafarers contacting us who wants to go home and be repatriated, but obviously they cannot go home at that time. That's why now that pandemic is over, so now we're seeing a decrease of those kinds of cases. Just to give you a flavor of a case that we deal with. This is during the COVID pandemic, where a seafarer wants to go home. A family member died, but he cannot go home, obviously, because of restrictions around the world. So our helpline operator comforted him. They spoke with him 2 to 3 times a week. They even signposted him to an external psychologist, which is funded for by ISWAN. And he went home eventually and joined his family, and that's what he told us when he went home. That's his story. But that's just one of the cases that we deal with. The typical ones would be a seafarer who talks to us and just wants someone to listen to him or to listen to them. They had a very long day at work. They had a fire drill or safety drill, and they have to do a lot of paperwork, and he has senior officers shouting at him. He just wants to talk to someone who will listen to him and hopefully will relieve him and make his day better. And that's how typically a helpline works. It doesn't have to be the complicated case where a seafarer is at the brink of taking their lives. Those simple ones, we believe, we're able to help and intervene. Aside from helpline work, we also provide materials to seafarers. These are free to download from our website. Good mental health guides for seafarers, mentally healthy ships. These are for shipping companies to guide them creating policies and procedures about mental health in their company. Social Interaction Matter project, which is now in its phase 3. So we believe that social interaction on board vessels is very important, especially during the pandemic and these days, obviously. And we have maritime mental health awareness training that we provide to shipping companies to educate their crew members or even shoreside staff about mental health within their company and how to deal with seafarers who are experiencing mental health issues. Thank you.